Good morning. I am reporting from my bed with my kids. This is Bokari, this is Twiki, this is Funfun, and that's Bobby. Anyway, it is a long weekend this weekend. It is a Labor Day long weekend. I'm not sure if it's only us that gets a long weekend. Kind of have a feeling Queensland also has this long weekend as well. I'm not quite sure. But kind of happy that it's a long weekend because yesterday was so crazy. It was so busy at work, but I'm kind of sad at the same time because that means it's one less day that I'm getting paid. I bought my ticket to Japan last night and it ended up costing me $700, so my savings account is sitting at $400, which is not great. The airfare itself was $488, which is not bad because it had been sitting around $600 for the last couple of weeks and I was waiting for it to go down, and it finally did. I was hoping for like $420, but when I got the price of it, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it now just in case it goes back up again. But Murphy's Law, it's probably gonna go to $420 next week probably. But the reason why it ended up costing about $700 is because I added a 20 kilo luggage, which is like $120, and $50 for me being able to cancel the flight if I need to, and a bunch of like taxes and fees and stuff as well. So yeah, it ended up costing me $700. So yeah, I kind of wish it wasn't a long weekend so I could get more money. I did apply for a job at Kmart and I still haven't got a response yet, so fingers crossed I get the job. I did say on the applications that I can only work in the afternoons, like after 4, and Saturdays and Sundays and public holidays, because I think there's a couple of public holidays coming up. So I can work on those days if need be, get some extra cash. I can also sell my old clothes because I've lost 40 kilos in the past 2 years, so I have a lot of clothes that don't fit me anymore. So I can sell those stuff. Like, I can give it to charity, but they're just gonna sell like a plain t-shirt for like $10, and I'd rather sell it for like $5 or $2 even and get some money out of it, you know. But I'm not gonna do that this weekend because all my clothes are at my mum's, I'm at my dad's in my studio, and this weekend I hope to clean up a little bit because look at that. Ugh, such a mess. And I also want to not finish the painting, but like make some progress on that painting. So yeah, that is what I'll be doing in this vlog. I need to get changed and go into town to get coffee and drinks to fill up my, where's my mini fridge? There, my mini fridge. Last week I bought this, which is a Bundaberg lemon lime bitters. Now I usually love these, and originally these come in a glass bottle and they're most famous for their ginger beers, but in a can, it's gross. But anyway, let's get changed. I have two choices. I have this white crop top, which is like the white version of the black shirt that I wore last time, and this denim skirt that I got from Jody, or a plain black t-shirt and a pinafore. I'm wearing a black bra. I'm gonna go with the black t-shirt and pinafore. So this shirt is from H&M, which I bought ages ago, and this pinafore is from Dangerfield, and I think it's quite windy outside, so I will be can't see. I will be wearing my bike shorts underneath. Right, that looks a bit better. Pull down my shirt a little bit more. There you go. Should I add a necklace? I think I should. I'm gonna go with this necklace. It is very cloudy today. Fingers crossed it's not going to rain. It is slightly windy though, so it's good that I am wearing bike shorts underneath the skirt. otherwise I'll be flashing everyone. I am back from... I just got a verification code for something. I'm not sure what it was. But anyway, I am back from town. I got my coffee. I had lunch. But I did not come back with any soda because none of the sodas were on special at Coles this week. They were all $10. I'm pretty sure a couple of weeks ago they were $7. And even that I wouldn't pay. Anyway, I was going to clean my room, but I can't be bothered. So I am just going to paint this. So the name of this artwork is called Birds and the Bees, and what I want to do is on the edges I want to draw a whole bunch of hexagon in like different shapes, not different shapes, different sizes, and draw some bees. And I have this character in the middle. Her name is Tsubomi, which means bud in Japanese, and there is a bird here as well. Don't know if you can see that. And around her I just want to draw a whole bunch of like small flowers using the drop bottles. I'm not sure what the actual term is. Do I have the actual bottles here? There's somewhere I'll find it. But anyway, that's what I want to do. I want to finish this by the end of April, but no later than early May, because I want to make small zines to take to Japan with me, because I am going to an art festival called Desert Fest, and I kind of want to give like little zines to like the stall holders kind of thing, and maybe make some friends, make some connections or something. There is a medium that I want to try, which is this one. So let's give this one a go. This is Montmarte. I'm not sure if I'm actually saying that correctly. I always used to say Montemate, but then I realized that there's no E here. So Montmarte. So this is a gold foil paint. I think this is acrylic. Use a paintbrush to apply the gold details on to your acrylic pour artworks. Okay, but I can use it as like a normal paint. Shake well before use. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Although you shouldn't shake your Polaroid like this, otherwise it'll crinkle. And that is gold, or you will hope so, because that's what it says. I want to outline the hexagon in gold, and that I cannot do with a Posca pen because I don't have a gold Posca, and metallic Posca pens are absolutely terrible. I'm gonna bring you over here. Maybe I should bring you down here maybe. My phone just died. I didn't know it was on low on battery. I did one hexagon and it turned out pretty good. Like, this is actually good paint. I'm just gonna do another hexagon to show you. I'm gonna do this one. Like, that is a nice flow. Like, this is the texture that I want for my lines, but it's not giving me those lines. Maybe I should buy Montmarte's acrylic paint instead. Maybe that's the problem. Look at that. Can you see that? It's really nice and flowy. I'm not gonna put too much layers on it because I am gonna color it inside the hexagon to like a yellow orangey color, and obviously put some bees on top as well. And also I want to do like different size hexagons around the edges, so I'm gonna erase this hexagon that I have right now. So I am just going to draw some random hexagons. I don't know if I can do all of the hexagons evenly. I've been trying to find like stickers that has lots of like different hexagon shapes, but don't feel like that's a thing. Like, most of the stickers I've seen are like hearts, circles, squares, not hexagons. I might have to just free draw it. I was going to make it like tessellate, but I think that's kind of boring, so I'm just gonna do random hexagons. I'm kind of glad that I bought this paintbrush from Temu because it is a nice thickness, because a lot of detail brushes like this one, for those who don't know, these are called detail brushes with like the thin ends. They are really skinny most of the time, and it's kind of hard to like grip without having like hand cramps. So I drifted into hyperfixation mode, and throughout this vlog there will be a few paint and jazz sessions, so you can just have me on the background if you want, do some study, cleaning, or you could paint with me. I'm just gonna say this now, I won't finish the artwork in this vlog. The next few vlogs will be about me painting this beast. So yeah, I hope you enjoy.
I have finished with the pencil hexagons. My hand is black and you can see like black marks all over the canvas, but that's alright, I can just erase that. Now I am going to add the gold on the hexagons. The gold paint is quite thick, so it actually covers the pencil mark, which is great. And after that, I am going to outline the character, and then I am going to draw a whole bunch of flowers.
For the flowers, I want to use this tool, which is like a dot painting tool, and you just like fill it up with paint and you just like make dots. I'm not sure if you're supposed to water down the paint a little bit for it to like come out flowingly, because like, you know, acrylic paint is quite thick and this needle hole is quite small. And I have two different versions. I have this needle one, which is like a perfect circle, and then there's this one which is not so perfect, so I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go with. I'm probably gonna go with this one, but I feel like if I'm gonna go with this one, I'm gonna have to like fill it up quite often because it is a very small bottle. There's gonna be a lot of flowers on there, so these are like literally half the size of my fingernail, and there's gonna be like a million flowers. I don't know why I do this to myself. Like, this is a lot of work, and for what? Just to sit in my room and collect dust. At least I'm making a vlog about it, so hopefully more people will see it. Good morning. It is the next day. It is March 2nd. I'm a little sleep deprived because last night I've been having these insects crawl all over my room. Apparently they're called Spanish centipedes and they're not venomous. I was like Snapchatting to my friend asking if they're poisonous instead of venomous, and she was like, I'm not sure, I've never had them before, I've never eaten them before. I'm not gonna eat them, I already have an eating disorder. I literally had to call my dad at like 2 a.m. in the morning to get the vacuum cleaner because there was like 3 at my doorstep and I just could not get out. I'm just not good with insects. I don't even like flies. Like, the only insect that I am capable at looking is ladybugs. That's it. I want to show you what these caterpillars look like, but I don't want to Google search a picture of it. So they're called Spanish caterpillars apparently. They look disgusting. Oh my god, it's ugh. So I'm gonna go to Woolies to get a bug spray. There's a small natural bug spray that I can get that my mum uses. So I'm gonna get that because sometimes bug sprays are like really big, and if you spray too much, it's really bad for you. So I'm gonna get a small natural one, and another coffee for tomorrow morning. Alright, I have just finished eating my lunch. I'm gonna clean up my room a little bit so there's like less hiding spaces for these caterpillar things to spawn. I'm here for another night. Every time I see a little wire or something, I just think it's the caterpillar. Like, I am sweating so much because I am just so scared of these things. Like, how am I living in Australia? I don't know. I just cannot wait for summer to be over. So there's like there's no spiders, there's no cockroaches, there's no creepy crawly caterpillars. Ugh, disgusting. Disgusting. Anyway, let's paint. Layer 1 of the gold is done. Now I am going to, I'm not sure if I should color in the hexagons now or do all the outline first and then do the hexagons. It dries pretty quickly, which I like. I don't know what to color the hexagons with. I've got a few colors. I have this ochre, yellow ochre, which I think I bought this color for the hexagon actually. It's like a dark mustard color. I also have cadmium yellow and lemon yellow. I think I bought these two to color in the center of the flowers, whatever that's called. I'm pretty sure there's a word for it and I just can't think of it. The character herself is a green color, if I remember that correctly. The first time I drew that character was for the Peachtober challenge, and I'm pretty sure her whole face, I don't think her whole face is green, just the leaf, and her face is like a pale white. Let me check. I have so many original characters, I just cannot remember what is what, who is who. Okay, so she's very pale, but her neck is green, so that is the character that I drew. So the neck, I know this is upside down, but the neck will be green, and so will the hands, and this will be dark green. Her hair is like a light lilac kind of color, and her skin is like a very pale beige, like porcelain type of color, and her eye is yellow. I just don't know if this yellow ochre will cover the pencil marks. Don't know if I have to put down a white first before doing the yellow. So let's see what I have to do. But before I do, I need to pee. And back from the toilet, I'm going to use this square brush to color in the hexagons. My palette is still wet from yesterday, but I don't think it keeps the acrylic paint that wet. So this is the color of the paint. Now I wonder if this paint is thick enough to cover pencil marks. That's not bad for a first coat. Let that dry a little bit. So that's what it looks like that. That's the first coat. Now I just have to do a second coat. Not sure if I like the color or not though. Does it look like a honeycomb color? I mean, I will add a bit more detail on top, so I guess that's okay. Let's try a little bit of this color. There's a seal on it. Ugh. How do you get this off? I don't mind that. Might do a mixture of both actually. Like use the same brush so I can get like a variation of the two shades. Yeah, I might do that. That looks nice actually. I'm also gonna add like shadows and like highlights in the comb as well. Can you see that? So yeah, this is gonna take forever.
Okay, I have done, put my knee down. I have done my first row. I still have a little bit of here, but there's a few spots that I missed with gold, so I am going to go over that. And yeah, I'm just going to continue doing here and here as well. I'm not going to film the whole process because I do not have enough space on my phone. I mean, I could film it on my mirrorless camera, but the thing is, I've tried to vlog on that camera in the past and I just don't think it's the best for filming. I do have a GoPro though, well, mum does, and she rarely uses it, so I could use that. I really want the Insta360 camera, but they're really expensive. They're like $800 I think, and I don't have that money at all, so I cannot buy that. Anyway, I'm just going to continue painting and singing to the same songs that I sing every single week. I keep on looking over my shoulder to see if any insects has crawled in. I was reading this instructions, right, and it says how to use 3 to 10 pumps of the trigger. Make sure the insect is really wet. This is gonna be empty if I pull 10 triggers on each insect I see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no caterpillars come into my room. Ugh. I just get the heebie-jeebies just thinking about that. Anyway, let's continue on painting. I've decided to just do all of the hexagons. Why can I never remember the shape name? I decided to go with all of it instead of doing half and half because it's acrylic paint, so it dries pretty quickly and I still have a lot of yellow paint on my palette, so I kind of want to use that up. I don't want to waste it. Especially the yellow, because that was expensive. I think it was like $20 for the tube or more. I think it was like $30 for the tube actually. Don't quote me on that, but I remember it being really expensive because I didn't read the series number. Series 4. So yeah, that would have been expensive. Like, I looked at the price of series 1, which was the black, I think. And that was about $17-ish, and I kind of forgot about like the price difference between the series. I definitely got a shock when I got to the counter and I saw my total. I'm like, wait, what? And I paid it and I looked at the receipt. I'm like, oh shoot, this was really expensive. I just had one of those caterpillars in my room just then, sprayed it, and I have kicked it into the hallway. I was going to vacuum it up, but there is another caterpillar crawling on the actual vacuum, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get Dad to do it, not me. My room right now just reeks of the bug spray. Like, I only just bought this today and look how much has gone. Ugh, there's like 5 of them at the front door. I just hate them so much. Like, is there anywhere in the world where there are like absolutely no insects at all? I mean, I'm born in New Zealand and New Zealand didn't have that much insects, so maybe that's why I'm like so afraid of them. The only insect that I remember in New Zealand are the pill bugs. Other than that, I feel like maybe New Zealand's a bit too cold for insects. I didn't put much hexagons here. I should add some. I should pee before my dad goes to bed, because after that I am not leaving my room because I am afraid of insects. Now, I don't want it to be that bright yellow. I want like a dirty yellow. I'm thinking to outline the hexagons
on like the inner part in black. I do want to do the whole lot because that's usually my style, but I want to take a different approach with this artwork. So, I'll think about it. Okay, I'm pretty much done with the first layer of the hexagons, and now I am just adding a second layer, and it seems to cover the dark pencil marks like that. It actually comes out in a nice golden brown color, which I was hoping for. Wonder if yellow will do the same thing. I kind of like how the pencil is making the yellow a little bit darker. See, that doesn't look bad. Probably needs a third coat, but that's all right. I'm actually kind of tired, so I might go to bed early. It's only 11, and you guys know that I usually go to bed around 2 a.m. in the morning, but I think with the stress with the insects is making me sleepy. I found another one which I sprayed and flicked it outside in the hallway. It's coming from the front door, and I don't know what's attracting them to come in. There's nothing for them to eat in here. Like, why? I don't have a problem like this at my mum's. Anyway, I'm probably gonna stay up for maybe another hour and then go to sleep. What have I done today? Cleaned my room, went to Woolworths to get a drink and bug spray that barely works. I mean, it works, but it takes about like 20 minutes for them to die. I wanted more of an instant kill. Like, this whole insect thing is giving me such bad anxiety. Like, my eczema is like flaring up, and I'm like breathing heavily as well, which is not great. Good morning. It is the 3rd of March. It is Monday, and I don't have work today. So I'm going to continue with my painting. I'm not sure whether to continue with the yellows on the edges, or should I start doing some black outlining on the character and flowers. Might do some outlining. Take a little break from painting, because painting like this gives me really bad backache, and my shoulders are still sore and stiff from last night. So I am going to do some outlining. I only have 2 thin Posca pens. Do have this one, which is a bit thick. I don't know if I'm going to use this one or not. I might use this to outline the hexagons on the outside. So I'm just going to outline like the edge here, not each individual one like I usually do. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
And that's even if you make it to finding them, because finding them is just like hard. Even if you go on like the date, I just don't use Tinder at all, because it's just a completely different playing field. Time that I've lived here, even when I went to college for 2 years here, it was really hard. The next train, you're packed like sardines on the train here, that it's not the most luxurious.
I have an issue with this canvas. With my other canvases, like large canvases, they will have like a beam like that, but this one doesn't have that. So like my knee kind of like, not puncture, but like makes the surface really uneven, and I don't like that. I don't really have like a big board for me to like lean this against. Why can I never find words? So this is gonna be really uncomfortable. I mean, I could draw like this, but I feel like that's gonna give me so much back pain. And also with Posca pens, it's better to have the Posca pen facing down while drawing instead of sideways. I still need to paint here in these small sections. Maybe I should just paint. I'm just gonna finish with the character before I decide on the next step.
really nice that there's that I can go to from here and enjoy and then come back to Tokyo. Indulges in when they come and live here, and your furniture into a truck and moving it into a new place. In America, that would be $2,000. And they were like, okay, like they just gave me the apartment. Application is easy, but finding the apartment that you want.
Okay. Just then I recorded, I'm like checking in after a couple of hours, and it was like really like HD and 4K quality. I'm like, oh my god, this is going to take up a lot of space in my camera. Then I realized that I was on slow-mo, that's why. Checking in, this is what I've done. I've sort of outlined the characters. I still need to do the bottom part, and I drew a bunch of flowers. Even though I said that I'm not going to do that now, but I did. I need to stop saying things like, I'm going to do half of the hexagons and do the character, or I'm going to do the flowers later and redo my hexagons. I keep on doing things that I say I'm not going to do until later. I am supposed to be autistic and have a particular order of doing things. I am pretty damn sure I have ADHD. I've been tested twice, and both times I've been said I don't have ADHD, which is kind of rare for girls to be denied that you have ADHD, but you be told you do have autism. Like normally it's ADHD first and then it's autism. But anyway, maybe they're right. Maybe I don't have ADHD. I'm not sure. But that is what I've done. Kind of hungry. I'm not sure whether to get lunch now. I just don't want to walk through the front door because the caterpillars are literally everywhere. There's like 10. They're dead, but I don't want to get close to it. So that means I have to get out from the garage door. But when I come back, I don't have a door to come back in. So I might ask Dad to stop somewhere before he drops me off back at Mum's this afternoon, maybe. I really want to test this out, but I don't want to test it out until I finish with all the flowers, because otherwise I know that I'm going to smudge the paint, and for me to use this I need the paint to completely dry, and I just don't have the patience for that. I might do a little dab just before I leave and make it dry in the course of a week, or when I come back on Friday. I don't know if I can finish this by the end of April, because one, I have a birthday party at the end of this month and I need to go to Perth, and I have a baby shower which is also in Perth, and that's the beginning of April. And I also have a hen's party, which I don't know when that is. The bride has not organized the date yet. Like, am I supposed to organize those things as a bridesmaid? I don't know, I've never been a bridesmaid before. So, I mean, next month my mum is going to Japan for 3 weeks, so that means that I'll be in this room for 3 weeks. So I'll have time to finish the painting, and that's when I want it done. Can't believe I'm saying April is next month. Like, where does the time go? That means it's my birthday next month. Holy shit, I'm turning 28. 28! This is my first time in years that I'm not going to Japan on my birthday. Usually I go on my birthday as like my birthday month trip, but this year I'm going in July, yes. Why do I have to say June, July to see which one comes first and which one comes second? Anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday this year, because usually if I'm not in Japan, I host a dinner party, like a Japanese dinner party, but one, I don't have money. Two, trying to gather my friends to agree on a weekend is so difficult. Especially one, not being in the country most of the time. Like every time I check her Instagram, she's in Ireland, she's in England, she's in WA somewhere, and then she's back in England. Like I don't know where she is. Second, she works on weekends. One, it depends on her mood, and lots of other factors. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I do want to do a final dinner party before I go to Japan though. Like before I leave to live in Japan, not the Japanese holiday. Anyway, I need to go to the toilet. I need to stop announcing that I need to go to the toilet on my vlogs. Because it's a bit TMI, but yeah, I don't care.
What a way for me to end this vlog, me announcing that I'm going to the toilet. As I said in the beginning, the next few vlogs will be me finishing the painting. I have a long way to go. I need to colour the flowers, the character, and lots of other things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!